Hi guys, here we are, day 31. I can't believe I made it through 31 of these videos. Um, so on the last day I said that I would clue you guys into why it is that I did this video series and let you know what my driving motivation was behind it, and so this is what that video is. First of all, I want to thank all of my endorsers. You guys, just thank you for backing my play. I really appreciate it. I also want to thank all the people that were a little bit that were extra, that came in and did videos with me. The legendary drummer Roy Burns, what an insight he is. Chris Brady, my buddy Stevie D, and my friend, my good friend Joe Hardy. Just their insight into things was just fantastic. So anyway, I am very fortunate, let me start by saying this, that I have a very multifaceted music career. I play with an amazing band, the Sam Morrison Band, with a bunch of great musicians who I love dearly. I play with Carl Sanger, my saxophone player, from time to time. I sub with his band. I get to play with some great church groups from time to time. And it's just, it really is, it's tremendous. The other thing that I love about my career is that I have a lot of drum students, and I have to say worldwide, because of Skype. I get to not only help people reach their goals as musicians, but I get to watch them, watch it and maybe live a little bit vicariously through them, and I really love doing that. My books and DVDs and my clinics, it's wonderful, again, for me, that I get to do this stuff. And so I have in my spare time, what I do to kind of build my teaching is I'm also a student of the instrument. I'm always reading Modern Drummer magazine, or reading websites, or watching YouTube videos to not only better my drumming skills, but also to better my teaching skills. There's so many amazing drum teachers out there on the internet. Mike Johnston, that guy's taken it to a whole new level. Dom Femulero. Dom is one of my absolute favorite drum teachers. My buddy out in Tucson, Chip Ritter, man, Chip is one of the best. And so these guys, they all kind of motivate me to do this stuff. But one of my students was really the guy that kind of turned on the light switch for me. I'd been watching a video diary of a drummer on YouTube, and he was just basically following himself from day to day, and talking about being a drummer, and showing his drum lessons, and then showing him at a gig, and showing him, just doing his thing. And so I thought, man, I should do something like that, but I don't know what the subject matter should be. So lo and behold, a little over a month ago, one of my students came by the house. They wanted to borrow a piece of gear for a recording session that he had with his band. And I said, yeah, sure. So I got the piece of gear for him. And while he was here, he was talking to me a little bit about how he was really nervous, because he'd never done a recording session before, and he wasn't sure what to expect. So I gave him some advice on the session, and what to do to kind of calm his nerves and to help him through the session, and told him what to expect on the session, right? And so anyway, he split, went to the recording session. A couple days later, he comes by the house again to drop off a piece of gear that he borrowed. And he thanked me. He goes, man, your advice was awesome. You really helped me a lot. I really appreciate it. And I said, oh, no problem. As he's telling me this, I'm putting the piece of gear away in one of my flight cases. And he says to me, he goes, man, why do you carry around these big, heavy flight cases? Why don't you, carry around some, lighter cases? And so I explained to him, man, these things have really pulled my butt out of the fire and really saved my gear. And I told him about, if you guys have been watching this and you've seen the video that I did on flight cases, where the trailer came off the back of the truck on our way out to Las Vegas, I attribute the fact that our gear was protected and we were still able to get to Vegas and pull off the gig even after this bad accident, that the gear was in flight cases, and I really attribute it to that. And so I showed him those pictures, and he says to me, he goes, you ought to do a DVD on just this practical stuff that you always teach, And I was like, ding, there's the idea for my video series. So that's what was kind of the driving, I don't want to say the driving force, but the motivation for me to do this 31-day video diary. And just to give real practical advice, right? Because I think that sometimes when I was a kid coming up, I wish that some of my drum teachers would have talked to me about that. as I got older and I started studying with more drummers, some of the best lessons were just that, where it was practical advice. Some of the things that the teacher may have said to me that made me think about something, or maybe taught me how to do something with the business rather than the playing end of things. So that's what these videos were all about. As far as the title is concerned, 31-day life as a professional musician, a lot of that, it was, I meant that, more tongue-in-cheek than anything, if you want to know the truth. And, I am very happy that I can make a living doing what it is that I do. I'm very happy to do that because I love the drums. I've built my life around it. There's no separating me from being a drummer. But that being said, at the same time, a professional musician, even the guys that are at the top of the game, they'll tell you that it's fun and it's something that they enjoy. And so maybe the words professional musician are a little bit of an oxymoron, but it is. It's something that I love, and it's fun. And so I guess that would be my biggest and my last piece of advice for this video series, and that is that if you do find yourself in a position that you can make money or make a living as a musician, do two things. Make sure that you take it very serious and that you treat it as a business, because if you're in a band, for instance, what you do directly affects everybody else in the band, right? If you're working, I don't care if it's a trio or you're working with 12 people, what you do directly affects, the other people in the band and the outcome of an event or a gig. So be the best that you can. But remember, they don't say that we work music, they say that we play music. So remember that when you are playing, to have fun with it and enjoy it and have a good time with it. Being a musician to me is just amazing, and I'm so happy that I've been able to do it. I want to thank you guys for watching this video series, and the people that's going to be up there forever, so people can go back and check it out. And please feel free to leave comments, find me on my website, send me an email, find me on Facebook, send me a message. And then to clue you in on some of the stuff that I'm going to do from now on, I'm going to be giving a once-a-month practical lesson, just like these 31-day, this 31-day video diary, just a practical lesson. Hey, young drummers, young musicians, look out for this, something to help out. And then what I'm going to be doing also is, starting in a couple weeks, I'm not going to do it right away because I'm getting ready to head out on the road with the Sam Morrison Band for some shows out of town. But I'm going to be putting up a video every week called the Tuesday 2-Minute. And what it is it's just going to be a 2-minute drum lesson. And whatever the subject matter is, I'll show the subject matter, I'll demonstrate the subject matter, and I'll put it up for you guys to watch and learn from and hopefully work on. So anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has just been great, and it's been therapeutic for me, and I really appreciate it. And it's been educational for me, like I said a minute ago. So thanks for watching, and this has been awesome. Have a great day, have a great life, and remember to practice and have fun playing music.